Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 criticism video because today I thought it'd be really fun to go into cast and make 4 different teenagers with 4 different personalities in preparation for the high school pack, but also in preparation for the major update that we're getting in the Sims 4 in like 2 days time. So I thought it'd be really fun to just have fun, relax, and see what it is without CC and only using base game, which I'm actually using only base game and no CC. So if you want to download these Sims, they're all up in the gallery. My origin ID is SpringSims, same as my Twitch name, YouTube name, all that fun jazz. But honestly, I don't really play with teenagers that much in The Sims 4 at all, because before the whole high school pack and before all those like major updates, they were just there existing with the whole drama club from Get Famous and the scout career from Seasons. And they have part-time jobs, they have families, they have friends, hanging out, all that stuff. But they never really had like a dedicated, space or a thing to call their own to hang out in or make friends or expand their experience of being a teenager. So I've always felt that they just didn't really serve a purpose in my game as much, so I never really made them or played with them that much. But now I feel like I do, because with the high school pack, I'm able to add in like new features like facial hair, body hair, new clothing, the whole live streaming career, the whole like trendy and social bunny, like all that stuff is so cool. So I want to see how that all comes into play with my everyday gameplay now that I play with teens now. So I made 4 different teens, and each of them have their own like separate, aspiration that I can see them in, but especially kind of what I see them in high school. So this one right here is Dennis Houts, and I made him as a best-selling author aspiration. He's creative and also a bro. But him being a bro doesn't mean like a bro, like, that type of bro. So I want to definitely have him where he loves sports, but doesn't really want to go into sports per se, because it's just not really him who he wanted to be. But it's more like a fallback thing. He's in it because his parents put him in it for like years and years and years, and he couldn't stop, and he didn't want to disappoint his parents. So he's in there as of obligation of his parents. So he's doing the sport thing for a while until he graduates high school, until he goes to university, if he goes to university. But he really wants to have a very successful, best-selling career in writing. He's always been a creative writer. He's always been that type of sim who really wanted to go to the ends of the earth to inspire others who can't really share their stories. So he makes the stories for them, which I think is kind of inspiring, really cool. But yeah, that's Dennis for him. I can see him like, of course, football career, in school, maybe like the whole computer club or chess club, or I don't know, getting detention or not getting detention, flirtatious across the board. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'll definitely put all these teens into my save file for my Let's Play, so you can kind of see them walking around the halls and getting to know them a little bit better. That way I can experience with more teens that I've created myself and just, have a little fun with. But regardless, that's Dennis. But this next sim I'm currently making is Pelham Herman, and their pronouns are they, them. Dennis's pronouns were he, him, if you didn't know. But Pelham Herman, they are definitely kind of like a geeky computer whiz, loves tech, loves pretty much anything technology based they will get their hands on that they will just find. They'll go to the junkyard, search through and find what they need. So Pelham, I wanted to see them as like some type of like computer whiz, so I gave them the computer whiz aspiration, bookworm, and they're also vegetarian. And Pelham is actually transgender. They're a transgendered female, from male to female, if you didn't know. And I wanted to kind of be able to kind of incorporate all those different aspects of The Sims 4, because in 2 days' time, we're actually getting customizable sexual orientations in The Sims 4, which is so cool, where we can have Sims be romantically attracted to different Sims. If we can have them see if they want to be romantically attracted, if they're searching for romance or not. They want to mess around with different type of Sims. So it's going to be really cool to kind of navigate that avenue of the Sims game with like the whole like pronouns and making transgendered Sims and experiencing love life in a different way. And now with Pelham, I might go back into the game, and before I upload them, I think I'm going to go back to the game where I'm going to change their sexual orientations based on what I think it might be. That way you can experience, their sexual preferences and all that stuff. So it'd be really cool to navigate that. And you know what? What I realized with a lot of the clothing with Sims in base game, they're getting better. I don't know why, but they are. The quality of them are better than they were before. And so using only base game kind of opens my eyes to new ways of making Sims with not using too many packs. You know what I mean? So I want to see how I can make new Sims with only using base game and the high school pack. Because those, I've seen some items and some clothing from that pack from like the trailers, because I did a whole like trailer breakdown reaction video of looking at all the cool stuff, and I am blown away. The hairstyles, the clothing, the whole shebang looks nice. Now I want to know what the high school pack will like be. Like, how will it work for my Sims on everyday gameplay? Because I want to see how well integrated it is with the other packs, like Get Famous and Parenthood and Seasons and Discover University. Like, after high school, you can decide to be in the workforce or go into the whole university down track. So I want to see how that works, because I think you can drop out of high school or get expelled. And so I want to see how that works. Like, if you get expelled, what happens? If you drop out, what happens? I know there's like a Sims like GED thing that you can do on an exam online and get your thing and graduate that way. But I want to see like the consequences out of that. You drop out or get expelled and you take the exam, what happens? Like, what scholarships do you get? What scholarships you don't get? How will people like react to it? Like, I want to see all these like different things, because high school for me was a weird time. I loved high school, but holy lordy loo, people be wild. Why yelled? So that is what I want to experience. I want to see how that works. And I definitely want to see how the whole graduation and prom and all the clubs that work. And also like everyday like high school gameplay. Is it very interactive where you can do whatever you want, or are you restrictive to just the classroom and that's it? Because I know it's not rabbit hole. You can go to school with your teens, which is a really cool concept. But I want to definitely like do a little bit of a deep dive for myself to see what it has to offer my everyday gameplay. Now, if you didn't see my creative sim that I did for my two Sims, I will link that video down below in the description along with my trailer reaction in case you all haven't seen it. But for the most part, that's my thoughts and opinions so far of what I think could happen. But I personally am pumped. But this sim right here that I'm actually making right now is Callie Roman, pronouns she, her. And Callie is actually a friend of the world with the aspiration, self-assured, and good. And Callie wants to be Miss Popular. Not necessarily like a mean girl, but more like Miss Popular, making friends no matter what the cost, no matter what the circumstance. She will make friends however she so please. And she would be like a cheerleader in the cheerleader like activity, most likely maybe be in the chess club secretly, not telling anyone. Has a part-time job as a social media simfluencer with a bunch of followers, I would assume. And that is another career I want to check out for sure. The whole simfluencer career. That's going to be really cool to explore for sure. But for the most part, they are a simfluencer. They love social media. They have all the fans, all the followers. They are always trending on Trendy, selling their clothes on Trendy all the time to get that money, get the bank. And what's so interesting about Callie is that they got emancipated when they were 16. So they live by themselves in an apartment in San Myshuno. So they have to travel from San Myshuno to Copperdale and live there, but they have decided to like kind of pack up their apartment life for now to live in Copperdale permanently in one of those like little townhouses they have downtown, to live closer by like their friends and their family, because their family lives in Copperdale, so they wanted to be kind of close to them. Even though they are emancipated, they still love their parents and their family and their siblings, of course. But emancipation is a big deal for a 16-year-old, and the fact that they live by themselves is it's a very interesting turn of events. So we'll see how Callie navigates their life. And of course, you'll see them around town, of course, and all that stuff. Like I said before, they'll be in my save, they'll be in my Let's Play, so you'll see all them hanging around, doing the things. And you know what? I have had this idea for a while of actually putting all four of these Sims that you'll see in a minute in one singular household, and they're called like the roomies, but they're called, I don't know, the Gen Zs or something. I don't know what I want to call the household, but they are very Gen Z related, and they all live together because they all got emancipated so early at age that it's like, hey, we're all friends, we go to the same school, let's live together. Why not? No harm, no foul. It should be perfectly fine. But honestly, anything can happen to 4 Sims and 4 teens in one household in high school. So they'll definitely have to navigate through all of that. But the last sim that I'm making right now is definitely Amir Lee, and they are definitely one of those people that have everything ahead of them. They know what they want, they know who they want to be, they know where they want to go, they know pretty much anything and everything you can ask them, they will know the answer. They're a very smart person, but Amir, they definitely love having food. They love food, they love creating food, they love baking, and so they want to be a master chef. And they have the foodie trait, but they also have the snob trait. They're very snooty, moody, and wild that they'll do anything and everything in their power to get what they want and whenever they want. And no matter what the circumstances might be, they will get to the top. Like, you thought Gordon Ramsay was wild. Amir is more wild than Gordon Ramsay, and that speaks volumes. So Amir is like a sim that has a lot going for them. They want to one day open up their own restaurant, and maybe somewhere down the line they actually might. I think I want to make their restaurant in the Sims world because I don't really make diners or anything in the Sims since we got Dine Out, and I want to really test that avenue of building things that I don't do anymore and go down that route. So Amir might have a restaurant in Copperdale that they run by themselves as a Simfluencer entrepreneur, because there's the entrepreneur trait or skill in the Sims store with the high school pack. If you didn't know, a new skill, entrepreneur. And they have a very high skill in entrepreneurship. They promote their business all the time. They make sure they have all the followers, all the fans, and they are partly way of becoming a B-lister celebrity. So that really tells you a lot of things about Amir and what they are kind of going out after. They run their own restaurant, soon to be running their own restaurant actually. Soon to have over 1 million followers at one point. Who really knows? They're really good friends with a lot of people in their high school. Few enemies, but not too many. Not really good terms with Molly or Ash for some reason, which I don't know why. They're not really good terms with Molly or Ash. But they do love Sydney and they do love Kevin. So that's kind of like a good thing for them, I guess. I'd assume. But Amir, their pronouns are they, them, if you didn't know. But overall, I do hope you all enjoy today's creative sim and all these different Sims backstories and everything. And of course, if you want to download them, they will be up on the gallery for download. My gallery name is just SpringSims, so if you want to have them, you can have them. Play with them. If you play with them, I would love to see what you do. Definitely Instagram me or tweet me on Twitter. Both handles are just SpringSims, which is great because, oh my gosh, I have a story for you for a different video later down the line. But either way, as always, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below on what you thought of the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!